Hello, my friends. Hello, my forever friends. I'm Cynthia Maughan, and I'm home. And I have a super amazing guest today, and I'm excited to tell you that she's my friend. So I begged her for an interview because obviously I kind of know a lot about her and her forever lifestyle, just because I've been really close to her. And like I said, I beg her to have this interview because I want you to feel like you are walking in her shoes as well. She's a great person. She's an amazing mom. And of course, she's a wife as well. But overall, she is a leader. She takes care of people. She shares her time with a lot of ladies. And I can't wait until you meet her. So now let's welcome her, Marta Omachel here from Florida. How are you, Marta?
Hi, Cynthia. Thank you so much for inviting me over. And I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing very, very well. We just ended up April and May is here already. So new goals are set.
Oh, that's good. We'll talk about business for sure today. Mm-hmm. But before we start, I know you're like your lifetime with Forever. We met long time ago. I was able to work with you really close. But besides working time, we had a really good time between us to really celebrate each other, but overall to support each other, to talk about our families, and of course, our obstacles in this country as well, which is we overcome those. And I just also want them to know the true Marta. You know, a lot of people may think that you always been successful and that you have a perfect life, but more than anything is what you bring to the table as a person. And that's what people would like to know. So I know, let me tell them a little bit about that. You used to live in Chicago, called Chicago, snowy Chicago, and you moved to Florida more than a couple of years ago now, I think, and you love it there, and totally also your business spin and everything went crazy. But besides that, we want to know first how you started. What is your story? I know your story, but I want everyone to know your true story when you started, if it's okay with you.
Thank you. So very shortly, I want to summarize my story, I would say. I am an immigrant. I am Polish. I was born in Poland. And I came here to Chicago, to United States when I was 19, knowing no English. And I didn't, but I have a big dream of being successful, you know, living in America. But the reality was different. The reality was, okay, where do I find work? What do I do in a foreign country without knowing any English? And I started cleaning here. I was a cleaning lady, and that wasn't my dream job. I was doing it for several years. Bringing money to the table, you know. I didn't have my kids back then, and that was very challenging. Many times I wasn't treated as a good person. Many times I was told that I was stealing some jewelry, and that really brought me this feeling of I gotta do something different. I gotta change it. I cannot be treated like that for longer. And I was so open for opportunities. And one day, when I had 2 little kids at home, a friend of mine told me, I've been using Forever products. And a friend of mine told me, Marta, since you love these products, you use them nonstop, why don't you start sharing these products and build a business from home? And I'm like, what do I do? Why you didn't tell me before? I'm ready. So I basically jumped into the opportunity as soon as she asked me. But the funny part is, I didn't even think about, you know, that there is a business behind these products, which made me be a user for 2 years before I started growing the business.
Wow. So really you kind of got to know the business because of the product, and
Yep.
And of course, sharing that with your family. So I know you now, after took you so really long time, and you really committed to the business, because I know for sure that's what happened. And I saw you growing and your business growing. But besides that, I noticed in the latest year, your Facebook changed. I mean, everything that is media, really, you practically took your business and put it in front in media. And so that really opened up a different world for you, is my understanding. And so my question to you is, and I know that you have a lot of ladies now, I think 90% or 99% of your group, they're ladies. So you're attracting who you were in the past to your new person. So you're attracting that. But what do you think is really the attraction there? Like, you said yes to the business because you had a big dream. But what do you think is attracting people now? What is attracting all the amazing ladies that you have in your team?
First of all, like you said, I started showing up on social media. I wasn't doing that before. Before, I was shy. I was afraid of criticism. I was afraid. Yeah, I was afraid of what people gonna say. What if I make a mistake? What if I say something not correctly? I was afraid of what people will say about me. And I overcame that. And I decided to showing up on Facebook and just talking about problems that other women have, I would say. So okay. I started talking to other women like me, who are immigrants as well, who maybe were cleaning houses or are cleaning at the time. So basically, I was targeting people like me. Right. I was talking about myself, but kind of showing them how I have changed a lot of things, how they can have better job, how they can maybe work from home, how they can believe in themselves. And I was doing that everything online, mostly in Polish, in my own language. And that was something very powerful, because after a while, they were listening to me, and they started open up. They started joining the business. They started seeing that they can have a different lifestyle as well. And that happened because of the social media presence, definitely.
So practically you empower them by giving them something to look forward, to dream for, to have a goal. And most of the time, obviously, you went through people just like you, which is normal. That is, I would say, that is the most common, because that's easier to kind of look back your problems and kind of put it in the front. But that was really smart from you. Like you said, no judgments here. I just want to be open and be myself. And I love that, because you really empower a lot of ladies, and you keep doing that by doing that. So now that you attract that way, so let's talk a little bit about that, because I know now you are really a software manager, really successful. You are driving the car that you want. You are taking your kids into this amazing, I'm a mom too. Our dreams are be able to give our kids what we didn't get.
Exactly.
And especially living in a different country, we're jumping in, taking all the opportunities that are here. So we have that in common. So every time I see you taking your kids to riding horses, or taking a lesson for tennis, or whatever it is, it's like you are clicking your dream, yes, yes, yes. And that feels so good looking from here as well. So I want to congratulate you for all you're doing for these amazing ladies. I almost cry, because you don't even know how much you're doing for everyone. And that's what I want to come up here is I want people to be just like you, to not to live someone else's life, but to do what they want to do. So congratulations to you on that.
Oh my God, I'm going to be crying soon. Thank you.
I know.
But you are.
I know. So let's start with this and let's talk about something more fun, actually. That people are expecting something like, what is Marta really doing? Is there a, what do you call, something hidden, or she's doing something different? And I think, in my opinion, it's just being you. But tell us, what, when you, like you said, you put this in front of Facebook and you attract all these amazing women. What is the first step? Can you walk us through the steps? What is the first thing they have to do after they contacted you and said, Marta, I want to join your team? Mm-hmm. What comes next?
So the most important part is to have some kind of system in schedule. I know our system is to do 4 CCs, but that's a different system. That's forever system. Right. And what I didn't know for years, and I was kind of lost of when I didn't have the success, was, okay, what do I do when I have a new FBO? You know, how do I lead them? You know, what do I tell them? What steps do I show them? So it's important to, after they purchase, for example, Start Your Journey pack, for the things to duplicate. Mm-hmm. And whatever happens, it must duplicate. And the best way is to come up with few things that everybody duplicates, that everybody follows. So in my case, when I have a person who joins my business, is we add them to our team page where we welcome them. And in that welcome page, they're gonna hear about how to work ethically, you know, how we are looking for customers, how we are building the business. And then I share with them 4 key videos. And that's crucial because that duplicates, and then that teaches others to do the same. So video number 1 that I lead them through is how to work, how to show the products and a business to people you know, which is warm market. Because, okay, they're going to join forever and they're going to think, okay, so how do I share it with a friend? Or how do I share it with a neighbor? What do I say? When do I say it? Right? People don't know. So I teach them, okay, how to talk to people you know about forever. Then video number 2 is I teach them how to work on with people you don't know, how to talk to a lady when you are doing a grocery shopping and she's in a line behind you, how to introduce forever to her. So people you don't know. And then video number 3 talks about how to work on social media. Important stuff that we don't cure, right? Don't post links on social media too often because that is spammy. Or how to open up to Facebook Live and all that stuff about social media. And video number 4, it's duplication, where people know that it's not about one person doing a lot, but it's about many people doing a little bit. And those are the key factors that I teach, that I guide my team when they join me, or my team basically is duplicating that. And there is one more step. And that step is plan of work. Okay, so what to do, right? What to do now? And we have a video where I just share how to reach supervisor. It's as simple as that. So their next step is how to reach supervisor. And including there is 4CC, of course, active, so they understand it, but how to reach supervisor as soon as possible. And that's it. And that's the whole system of work that we are following.
Wow, it's really interesting because it seems really easy to follow, and obviously that's for you and your team. So they contact you, you practically send them, they go into the application, they fill it up, and right away they get a product. And besides that, you welcome them in your team and everyone join them so they don't feel alone. Mm-hmm. And then after that, you send them 4 videos, a video of, contacting, the warm market, just the people the second, the people that you do not know, how to talk and open to them, mm-hmm. another video of media, how to perform. And the last video is a video of duplication, which is super important because you have to do the same thing again. Mm-hmm. So I think is if you do that often, like you said, and you do it for every single person that comes, it's really hard to fall from it because they have the support of everyone already there.
Yeah.
So what's been really the hard part about this? I know it looks like, oh yeah, I can follow that, I can do that. But what is something that you notice you can change, or that you notice it really, it was hard to overcome, but you did so?
Mm-hmm. So I would say this part, the duplication part, is not as hard. The hard part is to find people to work with you. Okay. That's the hardest part, because when you have a person who is willing to work, who is willing to grow the business, you just follow these steps, you show them the videos and you help them, you support them and share the products. But the hardest part is how to find these people to be interested in your business. And this is about prospecting. This is about finding a way of non-stop meeting new people, I would say. This is the hardest, because usually we go to friends and family members, and this target is kind of done in a week or 2 if you are working well.
Right.
And you need to find a way how to meet new people. And I'm doing it through social media. I do Facebook Lives, but I also reach out to people. I reach out to 15 people per day. And I offer them either the business or a product. Wow, and this is the hardest part. The
hardest part is really to find a person that commits to you and that wants to work. I see. So I think that's hard in everything you do anyway, in life. That's part of life, in my opinion. It's hard to find a person who has the same view, that is willing to give their 100%. But that's in everything, in your partnership, in your lifestyle, in everything you do. Sometimes even, in our own families, that's so hard. So it just, I think, is part of life. So when someone comes to you and said, I love the product, I've been doing everything you told me so, but I can't convince people, or better to say, I can't have people commit to me that they will work. What do you suggest to them?
I have plenty of these situations.
I bet. Yeah, I know you do. And that happens to all of us. So someone around the world wants to know what to do.
Yeah. And you know what? I was in that person's shoes as well.
I bet. Yeah.
So I remember when I couldn't find people to work with me, when I was struggling, when I didn't know how to sponsor new people all the time, because I was there not long ago, Cynthia, only a few years ago. I was there as well. And when I think about it now, is the personal development. My mind wasn't set for the success. I was afraid of the success. I was afraid of believing that I can do it. I wanted it, but I kind of there was some kind of stop that was holding me back from the bigger success, from more case credits. And if you guys are listening tonight, think about of working every single day on your personal development. Watch inspirational videos, learn every day something, try to come out of your comfort zone every single day, because your mind is not there yet to let you bring more clients and more success. So I think that's the key. And it was also key for myself. I didn't believe I can do it, even I was doing forever, for several years already, I didn't believe that Marta Omachel can be successful, until I decided that's it, it's time. Yeah. You can do it. But I also needed a help, of few people telling me that you've got everything. Just stop complaining. Just do it. Yeah. So that's it.
And of course you are, everyone now knows you, that you're a mom, you're a wife, and these questions I always ask, how do you balance that? How do you do it? How do you balance husband, kids, pets? I mean, how do you balance all that? Having a house, and still being, be able to host a lot of events for your team, for your personal global team, because I know that is the name. Yeah. And one thing that I want to mention with that balance is, I noticed that you make it really fun. Like means, and that's a compliment, but I mean, and I don't, maybe this is what is attracting people, but I noticed like you make trips or dinners but it's almost like every woman. So I kind of like, I can't wait to be there in your team, just to go. And you guys went one day and paint and talk about things that may not be work, but at the same time, that builds, going back to building yourself, it just gives you self-confidence, because someone else telling you you can do it, but you do it in a different way. You have groups inside your groups that actually help and makes it really fun. So, if you can explain us or tell us how you balance things.
Sure.
And especially how you're doing all these fun things with your team.
So don't be surprised, but I'm going to tell you that I don't know how to manage it all.
I bet.
But somehow I do. I have to, So we have to feed kids. We need to prepare dinners, and we need to give them time. We need to spend family time. We have daily activities after school, and we have forever business growing, and laundry to do, and ironing, and all that stuff that us women manage. To be honest, I sometimes think to myself, how do I handle it? I don't even know. I just swing it. I just swing it somehow here and there. I focus on forever. Before kids get back from school, and whenever they are back, my team knows that I am done. I'm done for a day. There are horses. There is tennis, swimming. Feeding them, just conversation with them, and just family time as well. And I know it's a challenge, and many times we may think that we work too much in forever and maybe not spending enough time with kids, but we have to learn how to control it. Everything is in our mind, and it's been a challenge for me as well, and still is sometimes, to be honest. When we are finishing Eagle Manager, my house is a mess. There is no time for laundry, and there are dishes in the sink, loaded, and it's okay. The qualification ended. I'm gonna catch up with home. And that's how it is. My house is not perfect. Far away from perfect. and somehow I swing it. But getting back to fun part. Okay, so this is what I have noticed in my team. Before, when my business was smaller, when I was, more struggling and thinking, what am I doing wrong, or what what I don't have that other have, because there was the time when I was, looking up into other leaders and blaming myself, what's wrong with you, Marta? I was promoting trainings for my team. So I was promoting hotel trainings. Okay, come to my home, and we're gonna do marketing plan. I'm gonna teach you all that stuff. A lot of preparation, a lot of time spent on maybe doing PowerPoint presentation. A lot of wasted time, I would say. That was before. What I have learned in the last 2 years is that I was so frustrated when people didn't show up, even my team, when I was inviting them and only 3 people came, and I was upset. And I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm going to change it. That doesn't work. So I decided, instead of inviting my team for trainings, I'm going to invite them to having fun only. Like, let's do painting together. Let's go to the beach together. Let's go for a cocktail together, or let's go eat out tonight, whenever we have a chance. And Cynthia, there is no way that we're not gonna be speaking business when we are with all our girls. So we do speak business. We do speak, we do encourage each other. So basically I get whatever I would get before, it's just in a more fun way. So my job is now to come up with ideas. Okay, let's go for Top Golf one day. Let's go do painting, with sunset, and we want to invite you for that, by the way. And also let's do different fun parts, because this is somehow working way better than just strict trainings about marketing.
I agree with you, because I think that is what makes our company really different, is that we are, I would say, adjust to whatever situation comes, and we work from home. We used to work from home before this pandemic. So we just, we did it much better with the pandemic, just because we already knew how to do so. And everyone just want to be part of it. So that makes it that easy. But I would say, add the fun part, take out a little bit of the structure. Because obviously business is business. Doesn't matter if you are in a golf course, you still talk business sometimes. And if you are sitting, having dinner with this team, that is your team. These are ladies that chose you, that you chose them to practically ride through life together. And so why not? That is when really comes up the problems that need to be solved, and that's okay, because life is full of them and we're here to solve them. And also comes up with other things that they have questions, or they need help with something, or they have a bad day and they just want to throw everything through the window. And that's where they need support. And talking about that, that's the reason really we start creating these interviews, is because to show the world that even top leaders around the world, we have problems, they have problems, and we just have to know how to manage them and how to fix them. And I would say that another reason that is a personal goal is to empower people, to be able, through these videos, to show others that they can do whatever you're doing, but make it themselves, and so they can do it for them and for everyone else. And of course, that helps empowering people, and you're doing it in a fun way. But
I'm glad to hear.
Not everything is fun, right? Sometimes it's complicated when your kids really want you and you have a goal and you have to also make some calls. And sometimes it's just frustrating, something. So what do you do? And this question I always ask everyone is, what do you do? Is something small that you do to create a better day? Because as you know, we have great days, and then we may have a bad day, and then you know, but what do you do to face that?
So basically, when I have a bad day, most of the time, you know, it's from either maybe me misunderstanding my team, or me expecting them to do something and maybe they don't do, or maybe my kids are going nuts and making me crazy. They are in a teenagers now, so you know, moods are swinging like up and down here in this house. And so it depends. Whenever this is a business challenge, you know, I try to disconnect from Facebook. I try to disappear, you know, and because I feel like, okay, this is kind of too much. I'm getting too frustrated with that. I need to have a day off. Either, you know, I jump into the pool or I go to the beach, you know, and I try to stay, and I even disconnect from Messenger, log out from Facebook. So there is no notification, nothing, zero. I am out. You know, that's the way when things are harder sometimes, and there are days like that, of course. And hold on, I am back. And with kids, with family, you know, what do? I have a glass of wine.
Good for you. You know, sometimes that's good for your heart. Well, that's what the doctor said.
And a glass of wine helps a lot.
Make sure that's from South America, okay? They have the greatest one. Well, anyway, besides that, I just want to know what gives you confidence. You know, sometimes we feel yucky, or we're so like we didn't sleep last night and this morning we have to do a presentation. What do you do to get yourself up? Like you get a new pair of
shopping.
Shoes.
Yeah, I go shopping. To be honest, I really love to go shopping, but I noticed that when I feel like, oh, I'm stressing out, it's good to put the gym shoes on and just go running or go power walking, music on full level, and just kind of escaping this situation, you know. So either shopping or working out, I would say.
Okay, shopping or working out. Ladies, what do you guys think? Shopping. Everyone says shopping. And we're going to go shopping with you in Florida. I heard it's amazing.
Oh, well, we've got good places here.
Well, I am so glad that we had a fun time, and I'm looking forward to spend time with your global team pretty soon. But overall, these videos that we're doing is to really empower all other ladies, our forever ladies around the world, that they're probably stuck somewhere, somehow. And they, like you said, they just need to work in their mind that they can truly do this, that this is for them, and put their 100+%. And sometimes when we're down, we just need to get up, get dressed, and just do so, because it's going to pass. Yeah. And it's going to get much, much better. Well, thank you so much, Marta. This was so much fun. I'm sure we'll have another one with your team, with all the ladies. I would like to interview more of them, get to know them as well. So it's my plan to have a series or getting together when we can get together after these crazy times, and have interview them about how they got, you know, how the struggles that they had, but overall what they're doing to reach their goals. So what is your next goal? Can you share?
Yes.
Before we go?
My biggest goal is to reach GLT. Yeah. I am gonna be a GLT member, but before that, kind of more personal goal is this year I wanna create 4 new managers directly sponsored by me. That's a goal for 2021. And hopefully,
wonderful! 4 managers for 2021. Direct for Marta Omachel. Okay, thank you so much. It was exciting to have you. And next time, looking forward to spend time with you and give you a real hug. Okay?
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you, Cynthia.
No, thank you. Goodbye, everyone, and see you in the next interview.
Yeah, thanks.